callers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer stories. We start with Arda Guler as big blow for Barca as they are finally set to miss out on the teenage whiz-kid as the player has finally made his verdict by choosing Real Madrid. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Inigo Martinez, who has been officially announced as a Barca player earlier today, it has been reported that the player has finally made her first speech after his signing. Of course, we are going to be discussing on what Inigo had to say after officially signing for Barca. So guys, as we get right into the stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up till the very end. For a while, Arda Guler looks set to be bound for Barcelona, but as per the latest report from Fabrizio Romano, the 18-year-old wonderkid is now on his way to Real Madrid, handing the Blaugrana a bitter blow. The Fenerbahce wonderkid had been the subject of a transfer tug-of-war between Real Madrid and Barcelona, and for quite some time, it appeared as if Barca were in the pole position to sign Arda Guler, with Deco even flying out to Turkey to hold talks with his camp and his club. An agreement in principle with the player was also understood to be secured, but Real Madrid started to make late efforts to try and snare him away from the hands of the Blaugrana and seem to have been successful in their endeavors. As per the update from Romano, Los Blancos offered Fenerbahce 20 million euros for Arda Guler, which is a little higher than his original release clause of 17.5 million euros. In addition, they also inserted a 20% future sale-on clause in the agreement. Now they are confident of getting the deal done and dusted in a day or two at most. Fabrizio Romano adds that there is already green light from the player's side and they expect Fenerbahce to accept the terms being offered. Guler has enjoyed a rapid rise to stardom, after a solid season last time out with Fenerbahce. The 18-year-old would have been a fine acquisition for Barcelona with an eye on the present and the future. However, Real Madrid appeared to have beaten Barcelona to the punch as far as Guler's signing is concerned. With the deal considered all but done, Barca will shift their focus now to other targets such as Oriol Romeo and Ivan Fresneda, and so hope to finalize those signings before pre-season kicks off. Of course, Arda Guler's signing, which was looking like a big deal for Barca, and we were optimistic about it. Yesterday, of course, Real Madrid overtook Barca and the player accepted by Real Madrid, not Barcelona. So, of course, yet again, another disappointment for us. We have always been used to with these issues where Barca would keep on chasing and chasing all the players in the world, but at the end, they will not even sign most of them. We all know this all boils down to financial reasons. The offer that Real Madrid made to Arda Guler, I do believe it was far more better than what Barca could have offered to the player. And also for the fact that Real Madrid, came and just paid Fenerbahce 20 million for transfer fee, more than even the players release clause, which was just 17.5. That was really a big, a big gesture from Real Madrid's end. Because even for the 17.5, there were reports talking about how, Barcelona can't shell out all the sum at once. And I was like, which kind of club is this? Like, honestly, we're talking about a club just from winning La Liga, but they're talking about they can't even shell out 17.5 million for a player. Then are we going to compete to defend the La Liga title? Are we serious about that? Are we serious about that? Because Barca's own idea was, securing Arda Guler signing for next season, not for this particular season, and they were already promising Fenerbahce that the grand total of the transfer fee when they want to finish the deal by next year will be much higher than the 17.5. But I don't think Fenerbahce were too convinced about such a proposal. That is why when Real Madrid just made that late effort yesterday, Barca stood no chance at all. They stood no chance. And of course, they secured the signing of the player, as Fabrizio Romano did confirm yesterday that it is almost a year ago. It's not like it is a year ago yet, almost, because they have not finalized everything. The player have not yet signed the deal. So, but the thing is, Real are already confident about it because Arda Guler have given the green light on the move. He have accepted personal terms with Real Madrid. So Barcelona, of course, even though they still have very small hope, very, very small hope, but it's very tiny like a needle. Honestly, I don't think Barca have any chance again. We just have to move on. I think there are other things that we need to focus on. Barcelona should be now used to with the fact that they miss out on top targets quite a lot. I don't think any big club in Europe is like Barca, where the number of players that they are linked with and the number of players that they successfully get, I think Barcelona's own is the worst. And honestly, that's no good sign. It makes no sense to me. It makes the fans more frustrated, and even more frustrated for the fact that, losing that kind of talent to your own bitter rivals is just so disappointing and very frustrating, I must say. So let's just see how Barca will move on with the other targets. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. Earlier today, Barca did announce their second major signing of the summer transfer window, confirming that Inigo Martinez has signed on a free transfer. The 32-year-old arrived as a free agent after his contract with Athletic Club expired on June 30. He has signed a 2-year contract with the club until the summer of 2025 and has a release clause worth 400 million euros embedded in it. Reports suggest that Martinez will be earning wages of around 9 million euros per year gross during his time at Barcelona. Now, the defender has spoken out on joining the La Liga champions and expressed his delight at making the move, insisting that it took a lot of time and hard work for him to reach the highest level. As quoted by AS, Inigo Martinez said, "I arrived with a lot of enthusiasm, wanting to contribute everything I have. To come to this great club is tremendous. Many years to finally wake that leap that any player desires." The Spanish centre-back then touched upon how Barca have shown great confidence in him from the first moment and how he wants to repay it by helping the team win as many titles as possible. He said, "The confidence from the first minute was very great, and I hope to repay that on the pitch with my hard work to aim for the maximum to win as many titles as possible. But we all know that it is usually complicated and there's a lot of hard work behind that. If we are good and we do good things as well, like we did last year, the result will come." On the prospect of playing under Xavi as manager, he said it's a luxury to have him as a manager. We have been following him since he was playing, and those of us who like football look up to players like that. Having him as coach with what he can give us and teach us is going to be wonderful, Inigo Martinez said. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.